The partition of India in 1947 was a time of unparalleled tragedy, a chapter in history marked by immense suffering, displacement, and loss. But amid the chaos, there were heroes whose stories often go untold, those who fought not for fame or recognition, but for survival, dignity, and a hope for peace. These are the forgotten heroes of the partition. Many have heard of the violence, the bloodshed, and the tragic stories of families torn apart. But rarely do we hear about those who stood tall in the face of adversity, offering a helping hand when the world seemed to have turned its back. Take, for example, the countless doctors, nurses, and healthcare workers who, despite the violence around them, continue to serve the wounded and sick, often at the cost of their own safety. The story of Dr. Noor Muhammad is one such example. Dr. Muhammad, a prominent physician in Lahore, stayed behind to care for patients in a hospital even as the city was engulfed by riots. As the violence escalated, he risked his life to provide medical care to people from both sides of the divide, refusing to leave his post despite the looming danger. Then, there were the teachers who continued to educate displaced children, knowing that knowledge was the only weapon they could offer in a world that had been torn apart. They understood that, in the midst of chaos, education was the key to rebuilding a shattered future. Among these unsung heroes were the women, mothers, sisters, daughters, who not only endured the unimaginable, but also took charge of their families and communities. One such woman was Begum Noor Muhammad, who risked her life to shelter and protect refugees, offering them food, shelter, and above all, a sense of safety. These are the stories that we don't hear enough of, the quiet acts of courage, the selflessness, the humanity that persisted even in the darkest of times. These heroes didn't carry swords or march in parades. They simply did what was right, because for them, survival wasn't enough. They fought for dignity, for unity, for the future. As we remember the pain of the partition, let us also honor the unsung heroes, those who gave everything to heal a divided land and whose legacies continue to inspire us today. If you were moved by the stories of these forgotten heroes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispered Tales for more untold stories from history, culture, and beyond. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think deserves to be remembered? Thank you for listening, and until next time, let the whispers guide you.